Hello and welcome to the first episode of the Fantasy Front Office. I'm Anthony.
I'm Neil.
No,
Fuck off, I can't be not Neil. I can't be Neil. Don't tell me, man. I'm Neil.
You're who?
I can't now.
That's Taz.
I'm Blandy.
Welcome to our first ever episode of the Fantasy Front Office. Possibly the first and last.
So, Anth, first order of business.
Yes.
This Superflex draft we're doing on the FFPC.
The FFPC.
The FFPC?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Go on, tell me more.
Tight end premium. And it's $10,000 first prize. We are...
How much are you for that, by the way? 15 quid?
Something like that. We're about halfway through.
I got you 10 quid for bets.
We've got a tally going.
Yeah.
So we're about halfway through the draft. We're in round 9. And let me just pull up the roster.
So while you do that, I'll explain to Neil. It's like best ball, so you pick your team and basically leave it for the full season. No trades.
No trades, no waivers.
No waivers.
20 man roster.
So hopefully no one's picked up Gronkowski. Breaking news. Big man's retired, is that right?
That is correct. Gronk has
Really?
retired.
Well,
yeah.
we sat here, yeah, just...
Yeah, he's fucking retired before, hasn't he?
He has retired. He's now he's retired twice. Brady's retired once. So there's precedent for him to return at some point.
Yeah, breaking news. So if you've got him in your draft, you're struggling.
Yeah, I've got plenty of Gronk in.
Have you?
In best ball
Plenty of
drafts. I've done.
exposure.
Yes.
Got him in his WWE.
Yeah. I drafted him yesterday in one best ball draft as well. So not ideal.
Yeah.
But this FFPC one that we're in.
So FFPC is basically the app. Don't let him confuse you with fucking acronyms. FFPC
Confusing me.
is just an app. You know, like the fantasy football app.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Right.
Start one quarterback, 2 running backs, 3 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Sorry, 2 wide receivers, 1 tight end.
Yeah.
And 1 flex spot. PPR, it should be a wide receiver. And then a super flex spot.
Superflex.
What, no kickers?
There is no kickers, no defences, Neil.
Oh.
But you will be pleased to know in FFPC best ball leagues they do have kickers and defences
Oh,
in
brilliant.
some of their leagues. So we can all sign up and do one of them.
Brilliant.
I'll let you pick
Wasn't
the kickers
that?
and let you pick the kickers and defences.
Basically, you come up with a suggestion and Bandy says no.
Yeah. How do you do that?
Basically, he just stings you for half the money and picks the squad himself.
I try to make you feel like you're involved though.
I'm a kicking expert.
So this roster, what we've got so far, we've got Patrick Mahomes, Daniel Jones, our 2 quarterbacks, AJ Dillon, Saquon Barkley, 2 running backs, Steph Diggs, Marquise Brown, Jerry Jeudy as our 3 wide receivers, and Kyle Pitts as our lone tight end. We're on the clock, and the
You've never seen me communicating with someone off camera there. That's Leon.
So,
Tech guy who can't fucking put his fucking socket in.
so we probably want to be taking a wide receiver. Do you concur, Anthony?
Yes, yeah, of course.
Obviously. Yeah.
Yeah. So what's the options?
By ADP, average draft position, Neil.
Don't listen.
Michael Thomas is the top one. We don't want to draft him. He's
No.
never going to play again. You can book it.
Yeah.
He's not playing again.
Really?
Nah, I don't think I can't see it now.
What's he done like?
He hasn't recovered from his ankle injury 2 years ago.
So
he posted a video the other day of him doing rehab, which was basically trying to jump on a box on his bad foot and was struggling.
Yeah,
and that's right. 2 years after surgery.
But like Ant's jumping on a box.
Yeah. He's not playing wide receiver anytime soon, is he?
Linebacker.
So we can rule him out. Adam Thielen, Devonta Smith, Drake London, DeAndre Hopkins, who's facing a 6-game suspension. He's also old. Missed a load of games last year.
And they've got
Hollywood Brown.
Hollywood.
Yeah,
We've already
Hopkins wouldn't be high up on my list of people. It's certainly not at this stage.
Thielen's jumping out to me, but I don't know if
You
anyone...
like feeling, don't you?
Yes.
Well,
Go on. But...
This is what happens.
Yeah.
You see. That's what happens.
I agree,
But
but
it's always a but.
his production is propped up by scoring touchdowns, which
That's the name.
That's don't know where you're going here. Where's he going?
but you're also on a bit shaky ground if you're not getting any yardage and all you're doing is catching touchdowns. He has missed 15 games in the last 3 years as well. He's 32-year-old.
He loves an ankle injury.
It feels about feeling like sooner or later is like luck's gonna not luck, but it's gonna run out. Isn't it?
Age is going to catch up
Is
with
that
him.
dependent on him? One season is going to be an absolute bust.
Yes.
It won't be this season.
But that's the thing, isn't it?
Well, the thing is, though,
He's like a Derrick Henry, but
well, yeah,
wide receiver.
but and you would always want to be one.
Runners.
You'd always want to be 1 year early predicting something than 1 year too late.
So what's the other options then? Who are you thinking then? Because you've obviously been...
Well, no, because
He's already got
no,
that.
no. The reason why I like Thielen, the reason why I can make a case for Thielen is because they're going from Mike Zimmer's dinosaur offense, which just constantly ran 12 personnel, just ran the ball, didn't pass a great deal, to Kevin O'Connell, who comes from the Rams. And obviously the Rams, all they do is pass out of 11 personnel. Zach Taylor went to the Bengals from the Rams. All they do is pass out of 11. But the what we've seen from the Vikings the last few years is going to be completely different to what the Vikings are this year. They're just going to be pass happy, eh?
Right.
So
That's good then, isn't it?
that is good, but you can draft KJ Osborne 10 rounds later.
Yeah.
He was decent in a bit part role last year
yeah.
when Thielen was injured,
Yeah.
but they only ran 12 personnel. So when Thielen was fit, Osborne wasn't playing, he wasn't on the field.
Mm-hmm.
Now all they're going to do is run 11 personnel, 3 wide receivers on the field all the time.
Right. Okay.
So what you're saying, we're going Osborne?
I would,
Well, later on.
at cost,
Yeah.
you're weighing one up now, 9th round, you can get Osborne in the 15th, 16th round.
Much cheaper.
Much cheaper. And if Thielen does get injured again, his value is going to go up because he's going to be a full-time player.
Yeah.
As well.
So
So,
who's next on the list?
Devonta Smith,
Eagles.
Eagles.
I like him. Got him in my dynasty league.
Don't like Eagles.
Why don't you like the Eagles? Because they run a lot.
Yeah.
Right.
But you're going to tell me they're not going to run this season.
Right.
But you used to, but not now.
But the start of last year, the Eagles never ran. All they did was throw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
They
found out
set
couldn't do that.
They set an NFL record for the first time since the merger in 1970, something like that, for the least amount of rushes by a running back in a game when they played the Cowboys last year, when Miles Sanders had 2 rushes in the whole game. Ran the ball twice for the running back, twice in the whole game. All they wanted to do was pass, but then they quickly realised that Jalen Reagor was garbage. Quez Watkins, not great.
What was he garbage rate, or was he injured?
No, just garbage. Just garbage. Yeah.
Where did they draft him at?
First round. Yeah. First round bust. Um,
Like Trey Lance.
Do we not watch him at Spurs Stadium? And I don't think he caught a ball all day, did he?
I wasn't there, was I? How was
Oh,
I?
you know, I don't know.
No.
You weren't there either, were you?
no, that was at Falcons. Falcons Jets you went to.
Was it?
Yeah.
But anyway, there's going to be a
playing
but. So you're saying they've got better wide receivers now?
Well, they've traded for AJ Brown. You don't trade for AJ Brown and want to run the ball constantly.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Going back to what they wanted to do at the start of last year was throw the ball a lot. And all they did was they went away from it when they realised they could win games by not throwing the ball. They're going to throw the ball a lot more. AJ Brown's number 1, obviously. But there's going to be plenty to go around because there's only the 3 of them. It's a concentrated offence. Goddard, Smith. and AJ Brown.
It'll be RB1 for them this year. Or do we not know yet?
It should be Miles Sanders.
Yeah.
It should be Miles, because they've only got Sanders, Boston Scott. They're the only two running backs on the roster at the moment. Oh, sorry, Kenny Gainwell. They've got the three. Sanders, Gainwell and Scott. Gainwell can't be a full-time back. He doesn't have the frame for it. He's too small. So it's going to be Sanders unless they sign someone. Which is another thing. They've only got those three. Gainwell can't handle a full load. So, and Scott's smaller than me. So they can't run the ball.
Over the quarterback.
Well, yeah, but all the moves that they've made are telling you that they want to go
it.
back to passing the ball, like they started last year.
Do you have faith in his ability to throw the ball?
Well, Hurts.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we've seen it enough where he's capable of getting the ball to his wide receivers to an extent where they're not going to be busts.
Okay.
I'm
just going to check this.
And then Drake London. After that, you got Drake London, rookie wide receiver for the Falcons.
Sounds like a wrestler, doesn't it?
Drake London. He's a big boy. He won't want to wrestle him.
Drake London.
Could be. Where's Drake from? Drake, the singer Drake.
I have no idea where Drake's from.
Yeah, kind of, isn't he?
Kind of.
Yeah.
So Drake's not from London.
So I'm just going to open this and draft.
If you haven't guessed already, Blandy in the corner there, he's the boy. He knows all his stuff.
What about Brandon Ayuk?
Don't mind Ayuk.
Our good friend Stephen Wake had him quite a bit.
He had
him while he was
persevered.
running.
He stuck with him, yeah. He got like 2 good games out of him.
He did while he was running wind sprints for the first month.
Yeah.
Brandon, you've been a bad boy. We don't particularly like you. Just run down that line for 50
fast
yards.
as you can,
We're not going to throw the ball.
Repeatedly.
Come back, go up the line again and do the same thing again.
DJ Chark, what was his rehab going?
Do you want the deep ball threat for a Jared Goff team?
No.
No.
I best press ADP here to sort of
Yeah.
The Renfro.
Hunter?
Oh, he's struggling now. The big,
Well,
big summer signing.
Yeah, but we'll get onto this anyway. If you casual viewers out there, like me and Neil, who don't know who's gone where, and once your draft starts, you'll open your draft up and think, where the fuck's he gone? And he's gone to the Las Vegas Raiders instead of the Green Bay Packers. So Mr. Band's going to fill us in with all the information.
I think we should do our favourite transfer there.
Trade.
Favourite transfer?
Favourite trade of the
Are you an ex-pro football player, Neil?
It's not about soccer. Favourite trade.
So it's between. So our next pick is between Devontae Smith.
Yep.
Brandon Ayuk.
Yeah.
You reckon?
Who do you want to go?
So who's going to be the quarterback for the 49ers?
Trey Lance.
Been a lot of talk.
It's Trey Lance.
Over social media.
I think it's a bit early to
it's
say it's
Trey
going to be
Lance. Bucket.
Been a lot of talk on social media. The 49ers UK Nation's been talking about.
The 49ers UK Nation, is that a new
I don't know if pops up that much on my timeline.
Chaz is just making new fucking 49ers group.
49ers, there's that many of them. We've got the biggest following in the UK.
Fucking everywhere, huh?
All got different hats.
Yeah. Hats all over, different colour hat, different style hat for each. Yeah.
No, the faithful like Trey Lance, don't they?
I think they're being forced into liking him.
It's pretty obvious that he's going to be the starter, isn't he?
Yes.
But they haven't come out and said he's going to be the starter.
Is he good enough to be the starter?
Yes. They've said enough, yeah.
And do you think he'll cope?
He'll learn.
He'll learn by what?
He's not going to come in. He's not going to come in game one and be, the same player he's going to be.
Who did they have week one?
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure.
This is the problem with the faithful, though, and not just the UK ones. the pressure Trey Lance is going to get.
That's the same with any quarterback on any team, though, isn't it? Starting, apart from the Steelers and Kenny Pickett, because he's trash. So they just have
You
to
can't
put it
say
on
that
this
about
sub-
Kenny Pickett and say Trey Lance is the...
At least Trey Lance can run and get himself out of trouble.
Yeah.
Not much in them, is there? Kenny and Trey.
Are you trolling now?
Yeah, there's a big there. Not much in it. Well, we'll see, won't we?
Well, in terms of, you've mentioned it before, Blandy, in terms of like fantasy points, for Trey Lance, he was going to be doing a lot of running, maybe a few sneaks. And
He doesn't. As far as fantasy is concerned, he doesn't have to be a good NFL quarterback to be a good fantasy quarterback. Because his rushing is
So
going to give
mobile.
you so many points.
yeah.
You can almost mark him down for 6 to 8 rushing touchdowns.
Similar to Hurts last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we were discussing on Twitter the other day that, so you know, Lamar Jackson at the Ravens obviously does a lot of running, and he obviously used Mark Andrews as like a little get out of jail sort of like. Is that going to be Kittle this year for Trey Lance? So he gets in a bit of trouble, comes out the pocket, dumps off to Kittle.
Kittle, Debo. Because Debo plays closer to
Because
the
Kittle's
line.
quite cheap, isn't he, compared to what he normally is?
Normally, yeah, there's a bit of injury risk baked into his price. He's 29 now. He's going to be 29 this year, right? Kittle. There's a bit of injury risk baked into his price, and also the people are thinking, probably rightfully, that they're going to run more and pass less. So that's kind of baked in. And the same with Ayuk as well. The price on Ayuk is pretty cheap from especially where it was last year. It was a 5th round pick last year in a lot of money leagues.
Because there's a chance they don't throw enough.
Yeah, that's.
And then when he does throw, it's to Debo and Kittle.
Yeah.
A little spot
Yeah,
dumps.
but I mean, as far as our pick
I think it goes Smith.
here.
I'm Ayuk.
Well, I'm comfortable with either. So
Go Ayuk, and then if Trey Lance...
you can take. I'll defer to you, Anthony, on this one.
Go Ayuk.
I picked AJ Dillon with our previous pick.
Go Ayuk, and then if Trey Lance comes good...
No, I'd rather double down on Trey Lance being shit.
You know,
No, I don't think Trey Lance going to be shit, but will it affect Ayuk? Maybe.
He's going to have teething problems, but I mean, you've got to pretty much take this is going to be his first season. So there's going to be teething problems, but no more than what you would expect with any.
I mean, I don't want it to turn out to be a Trey Lance show, but we'll get a Trey Lance like another time in another podcast, I think.
Are we not?
We're starting to go off piste.
Yeah, we're not negative for the 49ers. I went to San Francisco on my honeymoon, so we love the place.
Which honeymoon? Your first one or your second one?
Second one. Yeah. First one I went somewhere sunny. Second one I went to Alcatraz. I think she tried to lock me in there. Yeah? I'm freezing going across that boat. Yeah. So yeah, second one. No, we went to Vegas and ended up almost getting a call girl. But hey ho.
No, we have a friend.
No, we have gone off piste.
Yeah. Yes, yeah, we ended up in Vegas. Lap dancers now. Come from Trey Lance, yeah.
We've got a friend who we like to troll, basically, don't we? Like wind up. So it's easy for us to say stuff about the 49ers and get a bit of a bite sometimes.
Yeah, it's good crack. Good banter.
So I think, Devontae Smith.
you punch it in then. You punch it in.
I liked your explanation about they want to throw this season. I like AJ Brown causing a bit of havoc, and then our boy Smith wide open.
He's won the Heisman,
Yeah.
elite prospect coming out.
And he's a good looking lad as well.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Is he as good looking as Will Lutz?
No.
There you go.
No. Let's have a little segment about Will Lutz.
Yes.
As you can see, these podcasts are well scripted.
You ordered a pair of pants, didn't you?
Yeah.
Gold ones.
Gold special occasion, Kate goes like, "Oh, put your fucking Will Lutz pants on."
Yeah.
Every Christmas.
So when we hit the milestone of 100 subscribers, you're gonna come in your gold Will Lutz pants. Yeah. Perfect. So there you go. Yeah. Happy with that?
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah.
Nice assassin.
And you're the same. If we get 100, 150 subscribers, you're gonna wear your Derrick Henry vest.
The big dog.
The big dog.
The big dog.
What's your forfeit?
I'll wear my helmet.
You are a helmet.
There you go.
So next segment is, so when we started this, what's the app called again?
FFPC.
FFPC Best Ball. Fucking God knows what it is, how much you win. It was a shock to me how many players have moved.
Yes.
So if you're not a geek like him
Who? Me?
and keeping up to date with all these transfers, for the casual fan, like I said before, some of you will open the app up, and you're probably not even watching this, to be fair, because it's probably too early. But you're probably opening the app up and thinking, well, you used to play for him. I used to play for them. He used to play for them. Why has he gone there? When did he go there? So Mr. Bland's made a nice list.
Yes.
Oh, you've got the list.
I've got a list, yeah.
You don't do your homework?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to compare notes?
Yeah. The big one that stands out for me.
They're not quite similar.
The big one that stands out for me is Tyreek Hill, Dolphins.
Oh, I thought.
Yeah.
Not Deshaun Watson to prison, no?
No.
Innocent and proven guilty, isn't it? How many?
Yeah, you're definitely
Let's
innocent.
get Mr. Watson to kick.
Yeah. Innocent and proven guilty, Deshaun.
How many alleged incidents has he got against him now?
He's only down to 4 now because he settled 20
4?
today. He settled 20 today.
Oh, how much does that cost?
Undisclosed.
Like a Prince Andrew sort of settle. Did he?
Probably. I'm not sure the Queen building on this one.
Hasn't met them, but you'll give him some money anyway.
Yeah, here you go.
Yeah. So he's down to 4.
Yeah. 4
Yeah.
now. He's settled on 20, yeah.
But he's still looking at a ban from
regardless of...
I mean, you probably should talk about this subject matter, but...
No. Regardless of the legality side of it, the NFL is still going to ban him for probably a year anyway, so...
Oh, well.
But more than that. The rumours are that that's what they're pushing for, is a year's suspension.
So that means Baker Mayfield will...
No, that means Jacoby Brissett will be starting for the Cleveland Browns.
Sit down.
Yeah.
It's going to be a long season.
I mean, you didn't know this, did you? I didn't know this.
I didn't know.
No, Baker will...
Brissett's good on his feet, though, isn't he? Well, he was.
No. No, he's not.
He is. He's good on his feet. He gets smashed all the time.
In context, yes, he's good on his feet because he's shite with his hand.
And he gets in trouble and has to scramble.
But he's still better than Baker Mayfield.
No, Baker's will probably end up in either Carolina or Seattle. Neil.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, all right.
Yeah. More than likely. I think the relationship between Mayfield and the Browns is past repair.
Any chance of Jimmy G going to Browns? For a year or something?
It's probably not a bad shout, to be honest.
Okay, that's why I'm here. Bringing these
I know.
fucking shouts.
It's probably not be a bad shout. It depends if Mayfield goes to the Panthers, that could lead to Garoppolo going to the Browns, because the only other place he can go is the Seahawks, and they probably don't want to trade him in division. Yeah.
To be fair, 10 minutes ago,
Jimmy
Jimmy G was starting for 49ers 10 minutes ago.
No one's flogged him on the other side of the country.
And now he's gone.
And flogged him to Ohio.
Yeah. Oh well. How things can change in the NFL.
Yeah. So the big one Neil said obviously is the cheater going to the Dolphins.
He is, yeah.
Can Tua throw that far?
Does he need to throw that far?
Oh, is that the plan? Is it just a little?
Well, last year.
You had to have to carry.
Last year, Tyreek wasn't used down the field an awful lot. When teams started playing 2 high safeties against the Chiefs and took away the deep ball, basically that's what they did, and said beat us underneath. Everyone saw Mahomes had a few games in the middle of the season where he struggled, and that was when when the Chiefs were trying to adapt without playing the deep ball, and then after that you saw Tyreek used a lot closer line of scrimmage, taking wide receiver screens, and the touchdown he scored against the
Fucking I thought it was a fucking lie.
Bit of wind there. Bit of gas. Other brands are available.
The touchdown that he scored against the Bills in the playoff game, where he took the line of scrimmage and gave the defender the bye-bye as he ran past. Yeah. That was a lot what Tyreek was doing the back end of last year. So he can be used that way. I mean, Tua can throw.
How has it affected his ADP? Hills?
He's dropped.
In normal drafts.
He's dropped. He's not. Last year was the first round wide receiver. He's still going second round, maybe start the third round.
Right.
Yeah. He's still going.
You're
getting a bit of discount. Waddle's gone before the trade. Waddle was going roughly where Hill's going now, end of the second, start the third, and now you can probably get around maybe 2 rounds discount on him now.
All right.
Depending, yeah.
But
I don't think they should be that far apart.
What big Mike Gesicki?
He hasn't
moved.
No, not really.
Is he classed as a wide receiver or tight end?
He's tight.
Would he want a contract as a wide receiver?
He wanted a contract as a wide. He wanted his franchise tag as a wide receiver because it was worth a lot more. But no, he's a tight end that doesn't really suit the kind of system they want to play. Because he is basically a wide receiver, right? Where you see Kittle for the 49ers, which is the same system. He does a lot of inline blocking and stuff like that. Gesicki can't do that. That's not his game at all. So it wouldn't be surprised if he plays this year on the franchise tag and then he's gone from the Dolphins next year.
And obviously the Chiefs have added Juju and
MVS.
Yeah, MVS. So
yeah.
How are they?
Yeah, I mean MVS can do what Tyreek was doing, going deep. He's not he's not Tyreek, but he can play that role to go deep.
Can he catch?
He can
try.
He can try. He can catch. Yes.
And Juju with his fitness.
Well, I mean, Juju's ideal. He's just a wide receiver equivalent to Zach Ertz, isn't he? He just catches it and falls down.
The thing is about Juju, I had Juju last season in the. So we've played fantasy for years, 6-7 years.
Yes.
I think we're gonna start with that, weren't we? But we just went off fucking cliff. Anyway, so I had Juju last year, and Big Ben was that bad. He was horrific.
Ben was terrible, but the other wide receivers in the same team,
Deontay Johnson
and Claypool, managed to produce.
You had Johnson, didn't you? Did you?
I did, yeah.
Who won the fantasy last year?
Not sure.
Can't remember.
It's not important. To take a part counts.
I think I've won it 3 years out of 6, back-to-back champion. Yeah, so nice to know while I've been invited.
I think.
Thank you.
Were you not playing with some
lesser individuals?
Yeah, initially.
Teamwork. Yeah, I started off with them, but we've evolved to a 12-man.
Yeah, 12-man.
12-man fantasy every year.
Everyone's involved.
Yeah. And it just seems to be the same winner, but we'll be all right this year. Some good picks coming.
I think in our league you have to have a lot of luck, don't you? And you certainly have a fucking lot of luck.
Kickers and defence. I know me kickers.
Neil's strategy seems to be that he loses first 2 weeks in a row on purpose, I think, and then he gets basically our waivers where you get the lowest in the league.
Yeah.
Gets
It's the antiquated system.
The antiquated
system.
The antiquated.
Yeah.
So he gets the first picks every year, don't you? And you pick
normally. The 3 years I've won, I think I have. Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, what's the next one you've picked out of the transfers as you call
the
them?
one that stands out to me.
Devontae will be the next one, yeah? From the green from the Cheeseheads to the Raiders.
Go down there,
He is his top. Some people say he's left the best quarterback in the league to go to the best stadium.
Well, Devontae Adams has come out and said that
he's gone to the best quarterback in the league.
He's got to say that.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Tua did say that. Tyreek did say that Tua is a more accurate quarterback than Mahomes.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, he might be right over 5 yards.
If you had the option to move from Green Bay, freezing cold,
I don't like the
to
cold.
Vegas?
I'm built for cold, like Anna.
you are, yeah.
So that's
You've got your winter
Buffalo
coat on
and-
already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I prefer it up in Green Bay, yeah. However, I don't really like Green Bay, so maybe
Yeah.
not.
I think I definitely prefer Vegas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I want you to be clear, Devontae Adams, breaking news, has gone to the Las Vegas Raiders.
And what consequence does this have for the Green Bay Packers, Neil?
They don't have any wide receivers. They don't have anyone to throw to.
Sammy Watkins and Randall Cobb. No? You need
I had Randall Cobb for about 2 weeks last year. And I had to drop
how did it go?
Didn't.
Badly.
Badly, yeah.
So is there any way that Green Bay can get out of this situation that they've put
You always
themselves
seem
in?
to.
Obviously, the defense is
Yeah.
class.
Yeah. There's a lot of NFL analysts who like the Green Bay defense.
And then they had
They've drafted some good players.
Yeah.
You know, Russell Douglas, Jair Alexander, two very good corners. Eric Stokes was good last year. No Kevin Kingan will help. Devondre Campbell came in, helped the run game for a while, got banged up. The run game turned to shit.
But the end of the
But
day,
they've drafted another linebacker in the draft. I can't remember what he's called though. So the two of them could be decent.
So there's no way they can add a wide receiver now or get one from the.
Well, they're not gonna trade for one. That's not what the Packers do.
What, so hope one comes through the find one in the camp or.
No, they're going. They'll probably end up looking at someone like Julio or Will Fuller, someone like that, probably.
experience.
Yeah, that's generally what they'll do. But the Packers being the Packers, will just try and sign someone very, very cheap,
Late on.
probably. Well, Julio. The reason Julio fell out with the Titans was because Julio doesn't train. He won't train. He won't practice.
Right.
Yeah.
Like Leslie King.
Leslie didn't need to.
It's a blast from the past, isn't it? Yeah, Julio doesn't like practicing. But when he was with the Falcons and he played with Matt Ryan all his career, he didn't really need to practice. But when you go into a new team, new quarterback, you kind of have to show willing. But so they're their options. I mean, it probably just means they're going to run the ball a lot more.
Yeah.
AJ Dillon, Aaron Jones going to be on the field together a lot more.
So we took Dylan wasn't really on my. So for our
Is it on your radar?
I can't remember what the app was called again. But the Dylan wasn't on my radar, and he said, "Oh, I think we should."
But I
be
bullied you
taking
into
Dylan
taking him, yeah?
at this point.
Did you listen to him?
I don't really have a choice.
Fair enough.
I was doing a bit of research. So when Aaron Jones has not played or has played less than 40% of the snaps for the Packers,
Yeah.
AJ Dillon's finishes are RB6, RB3, RB13, RB9, RB35. Not very good. RB7. Basically, he's an RB1.
So-
Every week when Jones either misses a game or plays less than 50% of the snaps.
So how many minutes are we on the earlier on?
36.
So if anyone actually makes it to 36 minutes of this shit, they've actually found a nugget.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah,
Jam.
draft AJ Dillon.
Jam.
Whoever's made it, congratulations on
On listen to us for 36 minutes to listen to that. I would have shot one out there, an interesting one.
Yeah.
Matt Ryan, who just spoke to the Colts.
All right.
Now,
Yeah.
I think obviously the Colts running games.
I didn't even
Decent.
fucking know that.
Did you not?
No,
I
you
didn't know that.
Yeah.
What? Matt Ryan's got.
Did not read my fucking list, like all that
No.
research I put in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Fucking hell, do your homework.
No. But hey, it makes a conversation, doesn't it?
It does. So
That's what's
how
all
do you
about.
feel about Matt Ryan?
So who's at the fucking
Marcus Mariota.
Huh?
Yeah.
He's still cheating a living.
Yeah, Marcus Mariota. They drafted Desmond Ridder in the 3rd round.
Yeah, I remember that name. Yeah.
Yeah. Marcus Mariota is the
Mariota just runs, doesn't he?
Well,
not very
well. That was the thing. Like, yes, he should. He's that kind of athlete. But when he was with the Titans, he never did.
Right.
Like, he didn't use it to his advantage.
So what was the thinking of us taking Pitts in the second round?
He's very, very good.
Very
Go
good,
to.
yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, you're going to have to throw it somewhere, aren't you?
Possibly like that.
Well, I mean, but you think when Mariota was with the Titans, Delaney Walker, who he had as his tight end there, was a pretty decent fantasy tight end. He was all, and Delaney Walker couldn't lace Kyle Pitts' boots.
Yeah.
But Kyle Pitts is basically he's a wide receiver. He doesn't play tight end. He's a wide receiver.
He's an athlete, yeah.
Yeah,
He's class, isn't he?
Yeah, he's
Just move your mic a little bit over.
What?
Yeah, that's right, yeah. It's covering your face, that's
Was
all.
it? Funny.
Yeah,
it's no bad thing.
Best radio.
I've noticed that I can't not play with stuff. For
No, yeah, like a child.
Sitting in your
Some
hands.
rosy beads.
Yes, yeah. So he's a wide receiver, right? Kyle Pitts. He's not a tight end.
So where's Mr. Wentz gone then?
The Washington Commanders.
Yeah.
So where's
merry-go-round?
I thought the
Fitzmagic.
wide receivers were bad.
Fitzmagic. He's retired. He's now on. He's doing Thursday night football. He'll be on your TV on Thursday night football.
So in terms of Ryan and the initial, so this has an impact on Pittman.
Yes. Probably a.
Do you want to know? What about the Taylor?
JT. Well,
Yeah.
he's still going to get his on
Still
the
gonna
ground,
run.
isn't he?
Still gonna have a penny run.
Probably, from what Frank Reich's been saying, probably not as much rushing as what he did at the back end of last year.
Right.
They realised Carson Wentz wasn't the answer and decided to take the ball out of his hands and use Taylor, and he said they used Taylor probably a bit too much.
Too much, yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't protect him, did they?
But it was working for him. But with Ryan, they can be more balanced, basically. Alex Pierce will be the wide receiver 2 there. He's a rookie.
Is TJ Hilton finished?
TY is probably done. He hasn't re-signed anywhere.
Has he not?
No, he's probably done.
So that's him he'll end up at Green Bay. He's gone to Green Bay. Rick.
You're going to break it, say it.
We've just somehow talked him into signing for Green Bay.
Yeah.
There you go. Experienced.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
So
Too cold for him. Doesn't like it. He won't like it up there.
He's another one from this list. Again, I didn't know. And there'll be die-hard fans thinking, how the fuck did he know that?
I know, yeah.
And
what
how,
are you doing?
how come
yeah.
this idiot's on a podcast so he doesn't
Yeah.
know his fucking knees have moved? But it's our podcast, go and fuck yourself, turn it on. Amari Cooper to the Browns.
I know.
Did you know?
I do now. I do now, yeah. Do now. Thanks for that information. Brilliant. We spoke about Browns got a shit quarterback, haven't they?
yeah, and even if Deshaun was there, Amari would do all right, but I don't think he'd do.
He wouldn't, yeah.
Yeah, and he was being drafted early in like round 3, round 4, which was
Crazy that, yeah.
steep. I felt because like he's never been a high target earner. He's not a target dominator. He earned plenty of targets when he was in for the Cowboys, but only because they threw the ball loads. Percentage wise, he's never earned more than a 23% target share in his career. So he's not someone like a Jarvis Landry even who just dominates targets.
Will he go into the Browns
He'll go the Browns as number one
number one?
wide receiver to start with because
Must
Jarvis
be getting paid, is he?
because they give up a 5th round pick for him to take his contract. I think he had 20 million on his contract
Right,
this
okay.
year. So I think that's what his contract's worth this year's 20
So who's
million.
left at Cowboys? CD Lamb, Gallup.
CD Lamb, Gallup with his ACL. Gallup won't be back from his ACL until they said today that they reckon it'll be the end of September. End of September puts him at 7 months
What was
after surgery. He ain't coming back. He ain't coming back September. You're looking close in November.
What was
Gallup.
Gallup's last injury before that? He was out, wasn't he?
Can't remember.
I'm sure he was out at the start of last season as well.
Can't remember. No, I think he played start of last season.
He had an injury. I don't know if it was his
Yeah.
knee or something.
But no, it was. What he did.
He did well.
He didn't have surgery until February on his ACL. He's not coming back till November. So Cedric Wilson, he's gone as well. He's gone to Miami. Miami signed him before they signed Tyreek. So yeah, you got CD and Gallup, who's injured. James Washington from the Steelers, they signed him as a free agent. And then they took Jalen Talbot in the second round from South Florida, I think. Small school, but highly productive wide receiver. Massive hands.
Massive hands.
Massive hands.
Massive hands.
Massive hands.
You know what I say about people with massive hands, don't you?
Great for basketball.
Well, it's quirky, but like one of the analytic things that transfers from a wide receiver being a good wide receiver in the NFL is massive hands.
There you go.
Yeah, but he was massively productive in
Jeremy
college
Beadle,
at small.
Jeremy Beadle would have been shit as a wide receiver.
While we're on with the Cowboys,
Yeah.
bounce back here for Zeke. You take the risk.
No.
No.
Where's his ADP at the minute?
I nearly said he's very cheap. I've seen him go in the 5th round.
Right.
Yeah, which probably is cheap, but
Very cheap.
just what I said before to you. I'd rather be a year early than a year late.
Does that mean Pollard will get more of a...
He's just the better back in the league.
He is, yeah.
Just when you want, he's just the better back. But
Well, Zeke's
they've
getting
paid
paid.
Zeke $90 million, so you've got to play.
Got to play him even though you've got someone on the bench.
But I mean, you just watch the games, but Zeke gets all the goal line touches. You know,
yeah.
Pollard does
he
the
gets
graft.
it. Yeah,
Be like me on here with you. I did
You
the
know.
graft. You take
So he probably he probably is.
You do all the behind the scenes graft here.
I found that out, didn't I? Found that about Cooper.
He probably is a good value, but I don't want to. I have taken him in the 5th round and almost felt sick pressing the button to draft him, but
Thought he was too cheap to.
yeah.
So if anyone's thinking about the fantasy, stay away from Amari Cooper and stay away from
The
the
Cowboys
Zeke.
backfield, I guess.
Yeah, Zeke as well.
Take Pollard in the 9th round. Similar to the AJ Dillon argument, he's going to get you something every week. So you're never going to get a duck egg off him.
Yeah.
If Zeke misses time off, the Cowboys come to the senses and just realise that this guy's better, gives us a better chance of winning. Then
We'll go with him.
You know, you're off to the moon with an RB1, aren't you?
Cool beans.
What else we got on the list, Neil, that you want to chat about?
Russell Wilson leaving Seahawks for the Broncos.
Your Seahawks.
My Seahawks.
Your
But I am
Seahawks.
wearing a Saints top today. Out of respect for the greatest quarterback of all time, Drew Brees, my boy.
Drew Brees.
Yeah, number 9. But yeah, Russell Wilson.
What happened and what's the implications on the Seahawks?
Well, Metcalf wants to leave. Lockett wants to leave. They're all twitching a bit now, aren't they?
It's going to be shit, isn't it?
Yeah, it's going to be a painful few years.
It's going to be really, really bad.
Yeah, the
Nah.
12th man.
All the
struggling.
Niners fans are going to be
Niners. Oh, yeah.
all up.
Our friends in the Bay are going to be buzzing. It's going to be a painful,
What was that group you made up of them? The 49ers.
49ers UK Nation. Offseason.com. I might get on that. I might open one up tonight.
To make our own flags.
Yeah. But yeah, I think it's going to be a long old few years now for the Seahawks.
Yeah, and you know what you need for a long rebuild?
A new head
It's
coach.
a 70-year-old head coach.
I know, yeah.
when you're gonna spend a few years rebuilding, you want a 70-year-old head coach. That's what you need.
Likes to run it.
Oh my god.
Painful.
I was watching the draft and they drafted Ken Walker. I burst out laughing.
The amount of
I just burst out
The
laughing.
amount of times I've stopped up for the leg game to watch Seahawks, and it's just painful running. Oh. So yeah, I'll be on a few early nights this year.
So we can skip them then, yeah.
Yeah.
DK does fall in drafts like.
Does he?
Could
Yeah.
he end up moving then last minute
He-
somewhere
he-
like
he-
Green Bay?
He
Or,
could, because they haven't, they haven't agreed on a new deal.
and if they're going to rebuild for the next
It would make sense.
3 or 4 years.
And he is like Lockett. I don't really want anything to do with
No.
Lockett without Wilson, but like I've taken in other drafts where you have to start 3 wide receivers and then the flex. I've taken him as my 4th or 5th wide receiver.
It'd be interesting if he moves then.
Well,
Okay.
I just, you're also, he's a talented player as well.
Oh, yeah.
And at that point, where the region he's fallen to in those drafts, he's a better player than the other players around him, but he's in a worse situation.
Yes.
But
Maybe worthwhile for in Dynasty. Have a little cheeky trade there. Put a little trade in.
yeah,
Cheeky, risky trade. Live life on the edge, Neil.
It's all about, isn't it?
Take these
yeah
gambles.
he's a good player, right?
But know when to hold him, know when to fold him.
It's just a shame he's got the fuckers.
Well, yeah.
Already.
I know, yeah. Costs a lot of money.
I'm not sure I have too many shares of Metcalf, to be honest, in Dynasty. Don't think I have. Purely because I wasn't 100% sold on him coming out of college. He played in the same team as AJ Brown, and you watch the two of them, and AJ Brown just stood out head and shoulders above everybody else because he was great, eh? And
Somebody though, hasn't he? Oh, Jesus Christ.
And then,
Who's Landy?
well,
Metcalf.
the two,
Oh, right. Oh,
the
yeah.
two of them,
Yeah.
even AJ Brown, eh? Obviously AJ Brown was just great, eh? And then you kind of think, well, this other guy across from him's all right, but is he only all right because AJ Brown's so good?
So good, yeah.
Yeah. But no, he's been very, very, very good in his own right. Improved a lot as well, because all he could do when he first come in was just run very fast down the sideline. But he was bigger than everyone, so he just knocked them out the way. So, but for the Broncos, wheels up. Barry's
Yeah.
delighted.
Yeah, Bronco Barry.
Bronco
Shout out
Barry,
Bronco.
Shout out Bronco
Barry.
absolutely delighted.
It seems to be, he's always a bit quiet, isn't he, about the Broncos until they've got
Yeah,
a decent
so
chance
do
again.
some- yeah.
Well, that's, I mean, he thought Teddy Bridgewater was going to be the saviour last year.
But
Didn't end.
Russell will do well over there.
Yeah. The early reports are Jerry Jeudy is behind Tim Patrick
Ooh.
at camp.
Do you believe everything about
smoke
camp?
screen.
Don't want to go
Well-
back to it, but obviously the Niners, we heard a lot from the Niners camp. Is the
Well,
Bronco-
remember
about the
last
Bronco?
year about Chase dropping balls?
Yes,
Yeah.
onto, yeah.
Yeah, and
Smoke
I think
screen.
that was Barry taught Bronco.
Yeah, it was Bronco.
Barry mentioned that, yeah.
the year before, Justin Jefferson was wide receiver 3 for the Vikings behind
Small
Chad
screen.
Beebe.
Chad
Chad
Beebe.
Beebe.
Never
Chad
heard of him.
Beebe.
Never heard of him,
Exactly.
Yeah.
He must be a punter, Henry.
He's still kicking
Special.
about. Still kicking about
I
somewhere.
think he's a special team.
Chad
now,
Beebe.
must be.
Yeah.
Canadian Football League.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take it with a pinch of salt.
Yes. Yeah.
Some of them are informative, but stuff like that, I think.
I think maybe next week we should have a little talk about camps and what's been mentioned,
Yeah.
what's been
Yeah.
coming out of training camps, because a
I'll
lot of
have a little camp segment.
it. Niners.
Oh, Taylor.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we should have a talk about that because a lot comes out whether it's, like you say, a pinch of salt, is it smoke screen or is
Yeah,
it genuine
some of
stuff,
them
but-
some is good, some is bullshit.
Yeah.
There's one today come out, Traylon Burks. He's going to be wide receiver 3 for the Titans to start with.
And you believe in
behind
that?
Nick Westbrook Akine.
You believe in that or not? No. There you go.
No, he might be wide receiver 2 to start with
behind Bobby.
behind Bobby
Behind
Trees.
Bobby Woods.
Yeah, but he's too good of a college prospect to be stuck behind Nick Westbrook Akine.
So there you go.
There you go.
Any other subject matters you'd like to discuss?
I think we should touch on managerial changes, head coach changes over this thing. We'll touch about that, but I think we should touch about that next week. I think we should get a bit more info on all that.
I haven't got a clue.
You'll know. Just
Kevin
top of your head.
O'Connell.
What's the big one?
Kevin O'Connell to the Vikings. They're going to go. Even Justin Jefferson said it in a press conference. We're going from the Mike Zimmer's old-fashioned offense to a new offense for the modern age.
What's Mike Zimmer doing? Is he just
Well,
spending time with his
his
girlfriend?
wife.
It's his wife.
I don't think it's his wife. It's his girlfriend, 39-year-old model. I mean,
If it's not his wife, he best make it his wife straight away because she was tremendous.
All right.
she was for him who was
They're talking
60,
Ross Geller over
65, 66.
He's only a couple of years younger than me. So yeah. So
Yeah, we'll cover that next week. Yeah,
Good.
I haven't got a clue.
no, I mean that's why I asked him.
And I'm not here.
What?
Struggling then.
I'm in Brazil
Next week.
next week.
Oh yeah, we need to figure out how we're gonna do it.
We'll cross that bridge when
You
we
do
come to it.
possibly you do record. Please don't want to this, do they? But maybe we should discuss this off cam.
We'll never play about when I'm over there, anyway, can't we?
Yeah.
Just not like I'll be working.
So
Don't put
that us?
that in.
Yeah. So all I'm saying, thanks for watching.
Yeah, thanks a lot. If you've made it this far,
Made
you've
this
got
far,
2
yeah.
nuggets in there. I think Dylan
Yeah.
and
Amari Cooper's at the Browns. Is he at the Browns? Is it
The Browns.
Yeah.
The Browns.
The Browns. We don't have a quarterback.
We don't have a yes. They
Yeah.
don't have a quarterback.
So yeah. So stay away from them.
And this is definitely the front office. It's not a back office. This is a front office.
Yeah.
We're not allowed to mention undisclosed location.
Somewhere in the northeast of England.
Yeah.
But
Thanks
no.
very much. Hope to see you again if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah. Leave any suggestions in the comments.
And please press the subscribe and
we'll
like.
put a link up here. Oh, next time we'll have a banner. We've got a banner.
Yeah.
What you
banner
mean we're
on.
taking down that?
No, that's the
the coat hook stairs. is it?
Yeah, the hooks of destiny. You call them.
Okay.
Destiny, yeah.
There we
The
go.
hooks of destiny stay on.
Very
Yeah.
good.
We're just three mates.
Having
Having a
a
bit of
Just
fun,
ordinary
yeah.
men.
Yeah.
Ordinary men.
Just not flat, yeah. Yeah.
And some would say there's not much ordinary about us, but
No, possibly.
it's a subject for
Rather
another
than talking on WhatsApp, we just thought we'd sit together and
chat shit.
chat shit. Yeah.
Get out of the house really. Have to go
Get
back
stayed
now.
away from all the bands.
Yes. Gets me away
Big thanks to Leon behind the camera.
Thank you, Leon.
No problem.
Cheers.
Hunchback of Notre Dame.
And see you soon.
Ciao, ciao.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.